Dr. Bawumia, the flag bearer elect for the new patriotic party. Elections, holding on Saturday, right? The 31st of January 2026. Na one I can see share so no Dr. Brian Champong, Dr. Yawade Duchum, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, engineer e Japan, and Kennedy Akompreko e Japan. Na omuye no na delegates no Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia say ono and the flag bearer for the NPP going into the 2028 general elections. And Parliament reconvene here, and I say on a quarter channel. Say, oh, share or more unfasuna, the minority caucus, no, or more unfasuna, no munina, ashe white. Say, on echo, na or no more aquatia, the flag bearer elect, which is Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia. Na, or more echo, no. Private residence war and crime. Say since Libya nature say in fact you see honorable sticker MP for in Shire, so you see honorable Kojo Ponkroma. In fact you see Alexander Kwame Afenyo Markins. Na ade ba kwa na nwanwa woman say na Alexander Kwame Afenyo Markins honorable na or grant interview. And onya information say my colleagues already echo His Excellency presidential aspirant for the new political party already MPs echo na oti na an was Mr. Mo my colleagues in Edika ho nti Mr. Mo ma me kwan na me nko e ka da say just the congratulatory message Ada pleasantries are share Dr. Bawumia efie na nke kade senko mo Alexander Kwame Afenyo Markins. Na hear some of the scenes ebra honorable Alexander Kwame Afenyo Markins na or granting interviewer. Unya hint say say omodi kan and at the time okopie efie ho and some of MPs ni bi ebra na omo so the private residence of Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia.
The report is that we have some 34.4 youth unemployment rate, and this is very unacceptable. The question is, where are the jobs, given all the promises? While the NDC was quick to roll out programs on paper, we hear a Jumaura National Apprenticeship Program and Kokon Kete. Well, they are paper promises, but in reality, what are the tangible outcomes? Even if any existed, they are scanty. And this is their year 2. The honeymoon is over. They have cancelled the 1D1F. In its place, there is no alternative policy program for the private sector. I've not heard the Minister of Trade and Industry announcing a major private sector initiative to create economic growth. Zero. Yet they have cancelled the 1D1F. Sorry, I have to rush out because my colleagues have already taken the lead to the flag bearers' residence.
We will give the leader of the House the opportunity to continue for very soon. Over to you. So we.
We don't have any German here, but honorable members, we are going to have a group picture at the port here. We are going to have a Please, we are taking a group picture on the box here, please. Shall we only come to the box for a group picture?
This is over. Still this. Let's not be able to win.
And of course, Omukopi Hono, Omuto NPP for Omunum. We shall win to save Ghana. We shall win to save Ghana. The elephant, every symbol. We shall win to save Ghana. So, of course, they are saying they will win to save Ghana. Now, over here, no, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Ede Ensembi Etuga, say the minority caucus in parliament omo ebo omo homodin papa. In fact, he alluded the current structure, say the super minority are now currently which the NPP are members of. Some has existed before, right? Now NDC at a point, now they also had this super minority. Now numbers near Ketwebi, and at the time the NPP had the majority in Timo man and your mama say it is so overwhelming. Say I say it be NC that. Now near omo ayene say omo dissect omo report no. So you see, I have always said they said data can be interpreted in a way that suits you. According to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, of course, he's a politician and he's been in politics for a very long time. So I am not doubting his knowledge in politics. He's a doctor. But if you say the problem that led to the loss of the 2024 elections was purely internal, then I will disagree with you. Then I will be disappointed in a way, because there are other reports by Info Global Analytics and CDP. Say there were issues concerning the economy which the people of Ghana did not like. Of course, most of the issues were economy based. So you cannot say the issues that led to the loss of the elections was a year internal, because it is also not a disputed fact. Say most of a year more party members did not vote because they felt some things were not going well, and the reason is only known to those who choose not to vote. And according to Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, almost one more album, they will go down the bottom aisle, right? Now, every particular member of the new presidential party, why they didn't vote and what they can do to salvage the situation. And ono de also owareshemu say they, the new presidential party, can bounce back and win power in 2028 general election. Mumiente Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia.
Really, a lot of skepticism about whether we are going to win. The NDC have even gotten a bit arrogant, thinking, whoever you bring, we are going to beat them. There's no way with this majority we will not win. But we've seen majorities of this nature before, isn't it? Yeah. When J.H. Mensah was there, they were about 61, right? 61. But J.H. Mensah's parliament at that time, when he was minority leader, they transformed. And by the time we got to 2000, we won. And we were the majority. What I see, frankly, are parallels between that parliament and the mighty minority that we see today. You have done an excellent job. You've held this government's feet to the fire. And it doesn't even appear that you are such a minority in parliament. You look at it and you're making the case every time. So frankly, if you look at the outcome of 24, if you analyze the data, you just come to the conclusion that the problem was internal. The NDC's vote didn't change. You see what I mean? Their vote didn't change. Even Nanado's votes of 6.7 was higher than what Mahama got of 6.4. Isn't it? Yeah, so their numbers were basically static. You know, for an opposition party, you know, after 4 years in opposition, you would normally expect a big jump if there is a clamor for them. But they maintained their numbers of 2020. Our numbers was where the action took place. 2.1 million people didn't come. So if you look at it, then the task is not as onerous as we think. Because if you look at the gap and you don't do the analysis, you think, you know, but if it is our members who did not vote, the first port of call is to look at the album and see who did not vote. Because we know them personally, individually, who did not vote. So I believe that the task going forward is something that is doable. It's very possible to get our members to come back to do that. But I personally and politically, I believe that the path to victory for us goes through Parliament. The path to victory for us goes through Parliament. You guys have held the fort for us. I need to work very closely with you. We need to strategize. You are on the ground floor all the time. You are dealing with issues, and if we take decisions without Parliament, we may be in error. You know, because you know the ground. You are the representatives of the people. You know, it's very, very, and this is why in my campaign I made the members of Parliament a very critical part of everything that we did. I took all advice and met with.
Now, we no order Parliament for no as a papa was say the elections no we can only do so, we can only channel our energy through a year parliamentarian. And indirectly, not just say obo a year Alexander Afenyo Markins about so because he is the minority leader and he champions most of the discussions, especially in scrutinizing and then critiquing the incumbent. And he or say they can make their aspirations, their ambitions known to the people of Ghana through Parliament. And among you, the super minority. Alexander Afenyo Markins some time ago can say he cannot be the minority leader because it is spiritually not good for Alexander Afenyo Markins. Interestingly, he's currently the minority leader. When and Semnibia just a course. So in fact, the scene was nice. Say party for no a shefita na just onum airto the elephant, the winning symbol. Say they will save Ghana by winning a year election. Say now your first time on Island TV Plus. I want to comment about what you think about. I mean, what just happened, what we just discussed. Now, while I keep doing, now hit on the subscribe button.